All right, so here I am. I'm going to walk you through what exactly I'm doing here on the Cricut Design Space. That's where you make your actual product that you're going to get your Cricut to cut out for you, and it's pretty simple. I'm going to flip the camera around so I can show you exactly what I'm doing. But it's pretty it's pretty easy, and you just use your imagination and make whatever you want. Like I'm doing right now, I'm making that YouTube logo. So let me show you real quick. All right, so here we are. All I did to get the logo is I took, basically just put a rectangle shape and then put a triangle in the center. You can see them over here. And the reason this one says warp, this the square shape, it was one of the shapes. Oh, let me turn this back on. It was one of the shapes over here in the shapes. Let me click on that to show you real quick. Just click on shapes, boom, it gives you all these shapes to choose from. I just clicked the rectangle, pretty simple, and I clicked the triangle, and I laid them over top of each other. So that was, I mean, pretty simple to think of for a YouTube emblem. But the reason this one says warp is it's up here, the warp, when you click on it, the warp is where you can just change you can actually see it. It's just warped a little bit. And the reason I did that is because that's the way it's always looked for me. I know the YouTube logo, for most part, is pretty rectangular, but I like the way the warp looks. So I went ahead and did that. And then the triangle, just a simple, basic triangle. And I had to, so the way the triangle comes out, it comes out like a standard triangle. And to get it to turn on its side like a play button, I took on the triangle, I rotated it right here 90 degrees. I changed it to 90 and bloop, it flipped it over 90 degrees. So now that I've got them two shapes laid over top of each other, and I have them right here separate so that it can show you. But now all I've got to do is click off of that one shape, but take the two shapes and just scroll. Let's see if I can scroll with one hand. Normally I do this with two hands, but scroll the two together like that, and it highlighted those two. And then I can click right here where it says group, and it groups them together. And you see I got 4 groups here. And the reason I got 4 groups here, because I know I have a 36-inch piece of film, you know, the vinyl that I'm going to do it on. So I went ahead and did 4 of them. And I know my vinyl is 13 inches wide. So it's 13 inches wide by 36 inches long. So I put them all on here, stacked on top of each other, just drop, you know, each individual one down, boop, boop, boop. All right, so now I got the 4 groups done that way. And what grouping does is allows you to, if I needed to resize it, so if I need to grab a corner and resize that box, it's gonna resize that triangle and the rectangle shape I made at the same time because they're grouped together. But now that I've got my 4 different groups stacked below each other, all I've got to do is get off of that group. But then I can click, and same thing I did a little while ago with the grouping, and go down and get all of it in one swipe like that. Boop. And see, it automatically resizes to all the boxes. But now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit attach. And what that does is it's going to turn all these groups, 4 individual groups, it's going to turn them into one big attachment. And what that allows is when I click the make button up here, so this is when I'm done, when I click the make button, boom, they will all come over here together as one big attachment. So that's what the attach does. You can see it's already telling me I need a 13 by 36 inch piece of material, which is perfect because that's exactly what I've got right here. This is the Smart Vinyl, permanent vinyl, 13 by 3 foot, which is 36 inches. Smart Vinyl, red, since the YouTube logo is red. And there you have it. It's that simple. I'm going to feed in the material and let it print. And then when I get ready to put this all together, the center, I can just take this with my weeding tool. This is a weeding tool right here. It's one of them. My other one, I think my other one's downstairs. But it's like this, but it's a pick. But that tool, I'll be able to take that play button out, and that way it'll be one big red with the center play out. And I don't know, I might put behind the red, I might put like a piece of silver or a piece of white just to give it that color pop. But that's exactly how I'm going to do my play buttons for my truck. And when you're doing truck stuff, always make sure you get the permanent vinyl. It doesn't mean it's permanent, you know, you'll be able to take it off, but it'll handle car washes and, you know, sun damage and all that. So permanent vinyl is what you want. I'm using the Smart Vinyl, that way I don't have to have matte. It's, you know, the same stuff you would use for a bottle or whatever, but water bottles, car decals, outdoor signs, etc. So permanent vinyl, Cricut Smart Vinyl. Here is my play buttons getting ready to go into the Cricut Maker. I'm going to take a minute to share with you the Angler's Choice Boat of the Week. This is a 2016 Ranger Z519 in a beautiful gray and white color scheme. Loaded with a Minn Kota trolling motor, Humminbird electronics, power poles, Mercury motor, everything you need to get out on the water and to catch you plenty of bass. This boat has just recently been reduced by $3,000, and for under $45,000, you can get out on the water in this beautiful bass boat. So it's asking for what material I'm going to use. That's simple. Smart Vinyl Permanent. Click. Then it's going to load my material, and then press button on the machine. It's simple. All right, so I've lined it up. I'm going to push the button. See the button right here? Try to do this while I'm okay. Pull it through. Oh, make sure it's got plenty of room here. Just gotta make sure it's got plenty of room to do its rolling in and out. And then you press play button once it's measured it. And all it's going to do is cut out my YouTube symbols. Just double check it's not getting hemmed up too much on the back side. I just gotta go. And it does all the work for you. These machines are really cool. Very advanced. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. And then it will, once it gets done, it will spit the product out. Done. Let's see. Huh. There it goes. Unload his material. Now I have, see if you can see this. Oh, see if you can see that. There is the play button, and there's the cut all the way around. For each play button, that's a piece of hair right there. But so I can see it too. There it goes all the way around, and it cut the material. Now I've got a play button to put on the truck.